guys, today we're doing Unit 8, Lesson 6, coordinate graphs in the first quadrant. So we'll talk about how you plot points in a quadrant. You guys should already know this. We've done some of this in science. And then how you can use those coordinates, though, to determine the length and the perimeter of things. And then as an extension, there is a problem or several problems about how you plot paths, shortest distance, and things like that. So we've been talking about the X and Y axis, ordered pairs, and where you start, or the origin of it. You need SAB page 361 to 362. Okay, so the first thing is a coordinate plane. That's just a grid. It has an X and a Y axis. Your X axis runs horizontally. Okay, so you can see that down here at the bottom. And your Y axis runs vertically, so you can see that going up. Any ordered pair on there can be listed as the XY coordinates, so the coordinates that position can be found. Okay, the X coordinate's always first. It tells the distance you move on the horizontal, and then the Y coordinate is second, and it tells where you move vertically. So if we look for the missing coordinate here, B is 2, right, over 2 on the X, and it's up 5, so we would put a 5 here. Okay, then moving on, looking at C. Well, C is ordered pair, right? You go over 8 on the X and up 5. So its ordered pair is 8, 5. Okay. All right, so using a ruler, it says to draw a line segment from point A to point B. So I'm going to use my straight edge here. Line A, point A to B, okay, and point B to point C, right? Those are the two sides of a rectangle, and if we were going to finish this out, we would come across and go to here, and we would come down from C and go to here. Okay, so then what is that? What is this point D called? What are its ordered pair? Okay, so we're going to label this D. Well, D's ordered pair is it's 8 over on the X, and it's up 1 on the Y. So we've drawn and labeled D. Okay. The two line segments to complete the rectangle, and these are line segments AD. Right, A connects to D, and line segment DC. Okay. Or CD. The order of those doesn't necessarily matter because we're just plotting the points. Okay, next we're going to find the points and connect them. So on that same graph, we need to go to 1, 9. 1, 9 over 1, up 9, we'll label it E. Okay. We're going to come down, we're going to go to F, 1, 12. So up 1, or over 1, up 12, label it F. Okay. We're going to go to G, 6, 12. So over 6, and oops, sorry about that, up 12. We're going to label that G. Let me erase that little line that I accidentally drew there. Okay. Now, we're going to connect those points as well. So I'm going to get my straight edge again, and I'm going to connect E to F, F to G, and then E to G. Okay, got it connected. So EFG is a triangle, right? So I'm going to write the word triangle here. Sorry, that's a funny G. Triangle. Okay, so H is 6, 8, I is 8, 11, and J is 10, 12, K is 8, 8. So we're going to go back up and label these H, 6, 8. So over 6, up 8, H. Okay. Come down, I, 8, 11, over 8, up 11, I. Okay, come down. J, 10, 11, over 10, up 11, that's J. And my last point is K, over 8, up 8. And then we're going to connect those again with our straight edge and see what our shape is. Okay, so connect across here, H to I to J, J to K, and then K to H again. So you have a parallelogram. So you're going to come back down here, and you're going to write that your shape is a parallelogram. Okay. Alrighty, so parallelogram. Let's move forward. On the grid below, we're going to plot some points. What I'd like you guys to do is try and stop the video after I've read this and plot those points. So you're going to plot 2, 4, label it A, plot 11, 2, label it I, plot 11, 12, label it E, and plot 4, 12, and label it U. Then you're going to use the ruler to connect a quadrilateral. Remember, ruler straight edge doesn't matter what it is. It could be any item that you have around the house, and get those points connected. Okay, so pause the video and take care of that. All right, welcome back. So plotting our points, I'm going to go through those really fast. 4 and up 2, should have a point right here. Okay. We'll label it A. 11, 2 would be right here. Okay. Label 11, 2 as I. 11, 12 goes all the way up here. Label it E. And 4, 12, right, goes right over here, and label it U. And then you should have those connected up, okay, with your straight edge to form a nice big rectangle. Okay, so that's what your shape should end up looking like. So explain how subtraction can be used to find the length of AI and IE. Then use subtraction to find those lengths. Well, because it doesn't start at 0, that's where that subtraction comes into play, right? You've got 12 minus 2 would give you the length of UA. Well, I need the length of AI and EI. Well, EI would be the same, right? To find EI, I'm going to take 12 and subtract 2. So I'm going to take my highest point and subtract my lowest point. Okay? IE dimension. So I'm going to take 12 minus 2, which equals 10. And hopefully that kind of makes sense. Then, in order to do that next one to find AI, I'm going to take the largest number, oops, no, this one's 11, and subtract smaller. Which is 4. So 11 minus 4 is 7. Okay, so those are the dimensions of my length. So what's an equation to represent the perimeter? Well, an equation then to represent the perimeter of ABC, right, would be, let me go smaller font. We would have 7 plus 7 plus 10 plus 10, right? Which which 7 plus 7 is 14, 10 plus 10 is 20, so 34. Okay, square units, whatever those measures happen to be. So on the grid above, you're going to draw a rectangle that's not a square, and I want you to label the ordered pairs, okay, that represent the vertices of your rectangle, and then find the perimeter and explain your answer. We'll discuss these when we come to class tomorrow. As one of your extension opportunities tomorrow in class, you will have the opportunity to figure out these routes. So you may want to come with that. You don't have to complete it at home, but that will be what you might do after you finish your homework and remembering page at school. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.